Okay, what's up, guys? My name is TMossBoss, and I wanted to let you guys know about Anchor. Anchor is an app that you can download to record your podcast in the easiest way ever. Like, it doesn't require a whole lot to know. Like, you just pretty much press record and you just start doing your podcast and stuff. I don't know what you plan on doing, but you plan on doing something. That's why you're here. So, yeah, download Anchor, or you could go to their website, anchor.fm, and yeah, you could do it straight from your computer too. So yeah, it's easy. They distribute everything to they distribute your podcast to every streaming services like out there, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere. Okay, and then you can monetize it, so you're making money off of what you love doing. All right, so people, make sure you do it. Make sure you download Anchor, or you go to their website, anchor.fm. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for listening. Peace. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I am going to be reviewing probably one of the most talked about movies this year. I don't know, there wasn't too many movies that really did it for me this year. There's like movies that I'm like, oh, I can't wait for this to come out. I can't wait until I see this. I had to say, definitely Joker was that movie that I couldn't have forgotten about it. It's not one of those movies I'm like, oh, I forgot all about this movie. Like, no, I was wanting to see that movie the whole time it was in theaters. And I'm mad that, like, I watched it today. I watched that because I mean, overall, everybody know what day it is. Merry Christmas. What gifts did I get? I got me a gift card, $100 gift card. So I'm like, cool, dope. I'm gonna use this money to like probably put it towards some shoes tomorrow or whatever I buy tomorrow. And then I was like, I was going to buy Joker. I started thinking about it, and I was like, it was meant for me to watch this movie. Like, no, it was seriously meant for me to watch this movie, because I could have just like left this movie alone. I couldn't have been thinking about it, but no, I was like, it was meant for me to watch this movie. So today I seen where actually it was like early on in the week, where I think I had seen like a trailer of it on TV, and then they was just like available digitally before it hit stores and all that stuff. So I was just like, okay, well, then even doper. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely going to buy this movie and things. Either payday or, whenever I, like, I guess whenever I decide to buy it and things. But I was just like, no, I'm going to have to wait until payday, because I was like, I need to save my money and things. I ain't trying to be going all crazy buying movies and stuff. So, anyway, so yeah, today, Christmas. So, kind of iffy about it at first, but I was just like, nah, like, that's the thing, though, about it. Is that I was sitting down thinking about it. I'm like, I sat there and watched the trailer. I was all like, reading about it and all this other stuff. I was just like, and then I think I had seen where I think I had like I was like going to search up like, is the Joker worth watching and things. Because I was like, I want to watch this movie, I really do and stuff. But I think I had seen like, that's where I had seen like a post where somebody was just like, oh, it's disturbing and all that stuff. So I was just like, all right, let me watch it, because I need to be the judge whether a movie is disturbing or not. Because I remember a lot of people were saying that The Exorcist was disturbing. I had watched that movie and I was like, I did not find this disturbing. In fact, I've seen far more scarier movies than The Exorcist. I don't know, that's like with other people and things, like, but with me, I was like, it was just, I don't know, like, I remember with The Exorcist, I watched like a documentary about that movie, and people was like throwing up in the theaters and things, like having to leave and all that stuff. Like, the only way I would leave a movie theater if they just got too many jump scares, because I'm like, overall, I think I have talked about that before, whereas like, if a movie just has like a loud noise going off, then of course, like when you're not expecting it, then that loud noise is gonna get to you and things. So overall, that's how I have to like. I'm gonna in case you're new to my podcast, you don't remember me talking about this before, or you never heard me talk about this before. If you go see a movie and a jump scare, like it scares you and stuff, that scene overall didn't scare you. It's the loud noise that scares you. That's it. Like, that's, I'm like, every time I went to go see like a scary movie and things, and it was always like that, like just like deep silence, you're not hearing anything, and then all of a sudden a loud noise goes off. Like, yeah, of course you're not expecting it, and that's the only way that a movie can scare you. but like to overall like put fear in your eyes and stuff. Like, yeah, I've watched movie where they have put like, you know, I've like been scared watching it and things. But overall, like when they just like a loud noise goes off, I'm like, that's not scary. It's just annoying because I'm like, I want to watch the movie. I'm not trying to like be waiting for the next like loud noise to go off and things. It's just irritating when movies they be doing that. But Joker is not that. It's not a jump scare movie. It's not even a scary movie at all. That's why I was like, I think I had when I was getting ready to search up is Joker worth watching? I think that's what I had seen on Google was is Joker scary? And I'm like, scary? And then I clicked on it, and there's just like, oh, it's like people were saying it's kind of like scary and disturbing. I'm like, okay, now I'm like curious. Let me go ahead and use this gift card and buy this movie and things. So I bought it, and I bought it on YouTube. I never bought a movie before on YouTube, so I'm like, that's pretty dope. Like, you can buy movies on YouTube and things. I might just start doing that from now on. I don't know whether I don't think I can download the movie, or it's like one of those movies you could permanently just watch and things, but I mean, it is mine forever and things, but I don't know if I can like download it from YouTube and then like save it, so just in case like maybe the power goes out or something, then I can watch it like when the power's out. I'll need to see how that all works out and stuff. But anyways, so yeah, I purchased it on YouTube. Pretty dope. I suggest y'all get into that. It's pretty cool. It's like has like saved on some page and things. So anyways, I'm watching that movie. And I watched the whole movie, finished it all today and things. And to tell you the truth, because people are saying, like, is this movie disturbing? I would have to say the only disturbing scenes that I found in that movie was when Joker was getting jumped. But other than that, I was hearing, like, background noise and it kind of distracted me. But I came back to myself and what I was talking about. But those are the only scenes I have found disturbing. But there's, like, I should maybe put like spoiler alert. I'm gonna try to remember to put it in the title and things. But anyways, yeah, I was like that was about it. That was the only things I had found disturbing. Because there's the first scene, of course, when he was like flipping the signs. He was one of them sign guys. And yeah, then the kids had took it and then beat him in the alley and stuff. When I was like, I think it was when they were showing it when they were just like repeatedly kicking him and things, and they were showing that scene. I'm like, all right, well, I don't know, like stuff like that where it's like just something that's like kind of uncomfortable to watch because it's like, dang, that's pretty messed up and things. They're like just doing that for no reason whatsoever. I think that was about it. But then the second time around, and yeah, that's when he was just like, no, I'm about to just go guns blazing on people. And that's why I'm like, cool, he stood up for himself, nice. But overall, it was just like hearing his story and things, and then like who he is and how he became the person that he is and stuff, and all the like Batman like movies, video games, and just everywhere else he's been described. And you're like, dang, wow, like I don't understand where he's coming from because it's like I've never lived that life, but I'm like, dang, like if I probably was in his shoes, yeah, I probably became like a crazy man in a clown outfit starting riots and things. But no, I'm like, I see it and I'm like, dang, like that's messed up. Well, then that's why the way he is, like I can't be mad at him or anything for the way that he is and stuff. But yeah, I'm like, dang, that's overall, it's messed up. Seriously messed up. I was like, man, that movie. Then I really did like how they tied in Batman and stuff. I was like, bro, when they were like saying that I can sit there and then forgot his name that fast, Batman's dad. But no, when they was all like, when they said that Joker's mom and Batman's dad, like they had a thing, and I was just like, no. I'm like, no, Batman and Joker are not brothers. I was like, that part almost got to me, because I was like, nah, chill on that. That's not true. I'm like, because I said that, then I started thinking about it. I'm like, wait a minute, Batman never did kill Joker in anything that I seen, played, or nothing. Like, he never did kill him. So I'm like, is that like that? Like, I don't know, because I don't really remember Dark Knight that much. And I think there's like in one of the Batman video games, Joker does die, but I don't remember how he died. I need to play those Batman games and stuff. But anyways, I was all like, but I don't remember him ever killing him and stuff. I think he was just trying to arrest him. But I was all like, dang, is that why? Like, I never really did catch on to that or say that. I'm like, dang, that's probably why Batman never killed them. But then they they went put those rumors aside. I'm like, how they gonna start rumors like that within the movie to just like, oh no, it wasn't real. Like now I don't even know what to think at this point. I'm like, dang, that's just some crazy stuff. But no, there's like, but when they had like, they showed the paperwork and stuff, I was just like, dang, I was just like, all right, well then, I guess they ain't really brothers and stuff. I was like, that'd been crazy to just rewrite that whole story like that. Cause they never really did. They might have talked about it in the comics or something. I don't know, but anyways, then his laugh. I feel like that's the one thing that we need to discuss, because when I see like his condition, the problem that he has, that's like an actual thing. Like, no, I remember there's Wheel of Fortune. They would show like this commercial. It was like this medication that you would take for that. So it's that is like what he had. That is an actual condition. It's called PBA. And it's like this unlike uncontrollable laughter, where it's just like you can't really control it. Like you just start just laughing for no reason and things. Or I don't know, like maybe in his case where it's like you don't want to cry or get mad, so you just start laughing. You can't really control it. So I was just like, dang, like they really like they added that in the movie. I was just like, that's I guess like yeah, it makes sense and stuff. But I was like, dang, that's messed up. Like this man, it's like people being serious around him, then he just break out and start laughing. That's why it's like when I seen him like, because I think it was when he was in the theater and he was and he was trying to meet up with Batman's dad and talk to him and stuff. Because I think it was when he was standing there and they were watching that old black and white film, and he kind of like laughed a little bit. I'm like, oh, here we go. I'm like, bro, don't start doing this right now. Like, I was like, I'm like trying to send him like telepathic thoughts. I'm like, bro, don't do this right now. I'm like, don't, come on, man. Excuse yourself if you need to, but don't do this right now. You're going to get the laughing. People are going to be looking at you and stuff. I don't want that for you. I don't. But then, yeah, I was like, dang, that's messed up, man. But I think it was like really confusing them guys on the train. What the thing is, okay, so talking about that train scene where the guys had jumped them and stuff, but let's not forget about the girl, because throughout that whole scene, I was looking for the girl. I'm like, where's the girl at? The girl that they were like trying to offer her a french fry or something. I'm like, where did she go? She just straight up vanished. She disappeared. That was like, that's what got to me. Speaking of disappearances and stuff, when he was imagining that he was dating that girl from his hallway, I was like, yo, that's some crazy stuff. No, there's a TV show called Empire that did that same exact thing, though. They did that, and I was like, yo, that's some crazy, like, psychological stuff right there. Like, he really imagined that she was at his comedy show, that they were on a date, and she wasn't even there. Like, that is some wild stuff. Like, that was wild. Cause no, when he went into her apartment and things, I was just like, oh, okay, he's probably there for like comfort and warmth and stuff. And then she walked out of the room and was just all like, oh, like, what are you doing? Who are you? I'm like, you can't recognize him? It ain't even that dark in there. Like, how you not recognize him? Like, come on, like, sis, like, don't do this to him. And things like his mom dying, you're the only person that he really needs. And then she was like, she said like, oh, you live down, I think you're in the wrong apartment. You live down the hallway. I'm like, whoa, wait a second, what? And I'm like, no, repeat that. And then they start showing the scenes where she was supposed to be there, but she wasn't. I'm like, yo, that straight got to my head. That straight up got to my head. But no, the TV show Empire, so they had it on there where, because the TV show Empire is about like this dad, his wife, his 3 sons. They're all talented. They own this record label and stuff. So anyways, one of the sons, he kind of has like some like issues himself. Like, I wouldn't say it's like Joker is, well, maybe he might be like Black Joker and things. I would call him that. But anyway, so so the son on there, he kind of has like some issues going on, and I think, yeah, it was crazy because they had the mom on there from the Bill Cosby show. She was on there, but she had like a villainous roles and stuff. So she went to his doctor that he would go see and things, and paid the doctor to give him some old crazy medication. So anyways, he's taking this crazy medication and stuff and started imagining this woman that he was talking to. So anyways, he's talking with her, having arguments with her out in public. Like, he's doing all of these crazy things. And then it got to the, I can't remember how long she was on there, but it was like one of the episodes, it got towards the end where she pulled the gun out on him. And then they started fighting and he strangled her and killed her. So he calls up his parents and he was just like, Mom, Dad, I killed this woman. Like, you guys need to come here and help me and get rid of the body. They get all the way to his apartment building or wherever he was living at, get all the way there to find out that nobody was there. So he's all like, because no, when they got to the door, they're all like, what's going on? Like, you know, is everything okay? And yeah, he was just like, you know, we just need to get rid of the body. So he goes and walks and he's just like, help me. And then they're all like, Andre, which was his name in the show, they're all like, what are you talking about? There ain't nobody here. Then he's looking down and then she's not there. And then I remember that because they showed the scene where when she had shot off her gun, because she pulled the gun out on them, she shot it off and it had like made like some like a hole in the wall and things. That was gone. Then they start showing all these like previous scenes where they were like talking and things. She wasn't even there. And that was the scene that got to me because they were at a restaurant and he was like sitting there like yelling and getting loud and was arguing with her at the restaurant. She got up and walked away and things. And then they showed that scene. She wasn't even there. So he was sitting around people. Like, at least with Joker, like, he wasn't, like, talking to her out in public and stuff. Like, he wasn't really saying anything. Like, now when you think about it and stuff. But this guy on the TV show, like, he was yelling at her in public. Like, all these other things. And people were sitting there looking at him. I'm like, yo, that is wild. I hope that never happens to me. I'm going to be so upset. I'm like, nah, I can't trust. At that point, I couldn't trust anything that will, like, in the Joker, though, like, getting back on this movie. Like, when he was, like, after that, I didn't really, like, trust anything I was seeing in the movie. Like, when because, yeah, of course, like, like, his adopted mom, when he killed her, I was just like, maybe he didn't even kill her. Then he killed that guy from his, the job place that he worked at. I'm like, no, he didn't. That was funny. That scene, I kind of laughed a little bit on that scene. Because I was like, when the other guy that was there, the short guy, I don't really feel comfortable calling him the short guy and things. I mean, like, overall, he's the height that he wants to be. But the other guy that was there, when he was, like, took off running and then tried to, like, reach for the door, the chain to open up the door and he couldn't, I was like, that's messed up, man. I'm like, Joker couldn't kill him. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. And then that was another thing, like, I guess that's not, like, that's me, like, not really paying attention to comic books and all this other stuff. I never knew his name was Arthur. I don't know why that's, like, so surprising to me and things. I'm like, wow, I know the Joker's name. His name is Arthur. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I'm still gonna call him Joker. I feel like that's just mad disrespectful to call him Arthur and things. I'd rather call one of my old teachers by their first name to call him Arthur. Because, I mean, just, like, based off of what that man's capable of and stuff. But, yeah, I was like, yeah, that movie was, and then the ending when they showed Batman's parents getting killed, I was like, see, when them doing that, they left it open that there could be a potential sequel. Like, I feel like that's what they should have, because I keep looking it up. I'm like, even before I had watched this movie, I knew that this movie was good. And yeah, the movie is really good, but I was like, no, they have to do a sequel. They have to do a sequel on this movie. They have to. For all the fans out there, like, now I'm really curious about, like, all these, like, Batman movies and stuff, and because I know they're coming out with one called The Batman, so I'm hoping that it, like, leads in from, like, there, and then, like, somehow they bring Joker in, because I'm like, no, you can't just leave that movie just like, oh, that's what I was reading about. There was just like, oh, yeah, we were just gonna do this one movie, and then that was it. I'm like, no. You can't. Like, I mean, overall, like, if you do another one, it has to be, like, good. It can't be, like, one of these, like, you know, just a bad movie and things, like, it was rushed and all that. Like, take your time on it, write it, you know, do everything you possibly can to make this into a good film. But I'm like, no, you guys need to make a second one. There has to be a second one. I don't think I ever will be able to just, like, live in peace. Like, a movie part of me would never be able to live in peace knowing that there could have been a second sequel to this movie, but there wasn't. That would just be messed up. You guys are gonna have to do a second film. And I'm like, please, for all the fans out there that was a fan of this movie. I know there was, like, some people that was like, I think there were some people saying that they didn't like the movie. I'm like, me, I liked it. that was actually one of the greatest movies I've seen this year. Then I'm like, no, I'm like, that movie, you know, there ain't too many times I say that about a movie, but I'm like, no, that's one of those movies where I'm like, I don't regret buying it. I really don't. I do not regret buying it at all. And I know people are gonna, like, I know that might be a question people might ask me, that because just like thinking about it, how did I overall feel about like Joker's character and stuff? Like, do I agree with his decisions? Killing people, no, but overall, like, his situation, it's like, yeah, I can understand why they would see him as a disturbing person, because it's like, you guys sit down and like think about this man's life, you know, like, I wouldn't really, well, yeah, I would say he was like, I don't know, like, I'm over here I'm trying to like not say bad things about a fictional person. Like, that's that's what that movie then did to my head. I'm like, dang, I don't want to say anything to offend him. He ain't even a real person. So I'm like, that's where you know a movie is good, where they got you believing that this man is real and stuff. But no, like a struggling comedian trying to make a name for himself and things, and then overall, like, everybody just see him as a joke, and then they're treating him that way, then he snaps, goes crazy, then all of a sudden they're all like, no, like, that's bad, the way that you're handling things. I'm like, there was nobody there to help him. There was nobody there to help him, listen to him, and all this stuff. They trying to feed him medication, thinking that that's gonna help. Like, maybe it might help some cases, but when he needed somebody to be there. And when you hear his life, where he doesn't even know who his dad is. You don't know who his real mom is. And then the adopted mom took him in, but then just only abused him or left him to be abused. And then he thought the one guy that was his dad is not even his dad. And then he just had a screwed up life. So, like, how do I feel about Joker? You know, the things that he did in the fictional world, then, you know, like, yeah, that's what the man had to do. In the fictional world, yeah, if I was in Gotham City, like, if I was a person in Gotham City and they were all, like, told me his backstory and things, I'm like, well, dang. Like, I guess he's doing all these things for a reason. Like, I can't stop him. Like, that's just, like, the life that he grew up in. He didn't have, like, a good life like everybody else, so people trying to, like, tell him to live like him, and then he grew up in a completely different world as them and things, yeah. Of course that man's going to be, you know, having some issues going on with himself. So the question is, did he kill that nurse at the end of the movie because he was walking, he kind of had like, yeah, when he was walking, had the blade foot. And then who was chasing him? Like, that, I'm like, what is happening right now? Like, what is going on here? They just saw, like, all right, so yeah, we just gonna have it when a man has blade footprints and he's getting chased by somebody. Like, what is that? What does that mean? What is it? Like, now I'm confused by that part. Like, that part, I'm like, maybe that means something, I don't know. But anyways, no, that movie, that's definitely one of the greatest, I had to say, one of the greatest films to come out this year. Like, despite, what did Rotten Tomato, because I think they said Rotten Tomato gave this movie a 69 or something. Joker. What did Rotten Tomato? Yeah, 69. 60. So, IMDb, they gave it an 8.7 out of 10. Rotten Tomato gave it a 69%, and then Metacritic gave it a 59%. What? This movie made $1 billion in box office. Like, how dare you? Well, actually, let's see how much Batman versus Superman made. Because I don't know if they gave that movie a... Yeah, that movie only made like 800 million. I mean, which is like, you know, a lot. I mean, versus the budget for it. Yeah, I would say that was a lot of money that they added there to the movie. What was the next one? Yeah, then there was freaking Justice League. How much did that movie make? Justice League 2017 film. Rotten Tomato gave that 40% box office. $650 million. They made $200 million less than the Batman versus Superman. Huh. I don't know why I thought that movie did better than that. Huh. I guess. What about Wonder Woman? Wonder Woman, because I remember when that movie came out, people was talking on that. Oh, Rotten Tomato gave that 97. That movie made $800 million. So wait, is Joker... I want to know if Joker based on... Is that a DC? It was based on characters from the movie DC, but I don't know if that's an actual like DC film. The film based on DC characters. trying to like sit here and I don't know because they're okay. Look, hold on. I need to see some things film based produced by DC Entertainment. Oh, so who produced this movie? So Todd Phillips. Yeah, they should have Todd Phillips doing these movies from now on because he did good. They haven't said it was like they did it in the DC Entertainment studio or that's who produced it, but Future. If they update anything. Yeah, they need to if they was intended to be a standalone film with no sequels, and they can't do that. They can't do that to us. And this guy, I can't. What's his name? Like Jaquin Phoenix. I wonder if that's how you pronounce his first name. Like well, yeah. I think Jaquin Phoenix. I don't know, Mr. Phoenix, sir. That's why I'm calling him. No, he didn't. Now he did a very good job playing Joker. Like, he did it very... Now I'm like, dang, because I remember I watched Dark Knight a long time ago, but it was like bits and pieces of it and stuff. But now I'm curious because I want to see how Heath Ledger, how he played this Joker. Excuse me, because everybody says, like, he was the better Joker. He was the best Joker out of the, like, whole, like, DC movies and things. So that's why I'm like, I'm kind of curious watching. I'm like gonna watch that, and then also like probably I see myself watching the Joker again, or Joker, not the Joker. I mean they yeah, because they just call it Joker. I feel like that's what I should call it and stuff. I don't know, but anyways, what would I give this movie a rating? I would say like if I was Rotten Tomato, that movie definitely deserves like over like 80 or 90. If I had to say like a number right now, 93. 93. That movie definitely deserves a 93 rating on Rotten Tomato. Cause I'm like, that movie, to me, I have to say Joker, like I understand why it got so much hype this year. Cause no, that movie was good. Not too many movies can do that for me where I'm like, I buy it and I'm like, cause it wasn't like I bought it and I was just all like, kind of was like regretting it. But now that I watched it, I'm like, I do not regret buying this movie. I do not regret buying it at all. I'm kind of mad at the fact that I had bought it digitally on YouTube. I wish I had waited and bought it like on DVD or something so I could have got like a bunch of like bonus stuff, like deleted scenes and all that stuff. YouTube should have something like that. I'm like, you just have it where I just buy the movie $20 and I'm like overall just like, well dang, like can I at least get some extra stuff with it and things? Like, I mean, but no, it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it and stuff. So anyways, but what do y'all think? Like, did y'all like it and things? Because, I mean, if you guys didn't, then I'm like, then I need to see if you did not like that movie, then I need to see your version of Joker. I need to see, like, what would you do in the Joker universe? Because I know there might be some things that wasn't covered in this film that people are all like, oh, it should have been covered and stuff. We're always going to have those type of people. But anyways, no, like, I would need to see, like, what would you do? Like, you need to start up your production agency and you do a Joker movie. But if not, like, yeah, this Joker movie, I had to say, like, I don't know. Unless there's, like, somebody that can come out and they do this movie, a Joker movie again, and yeah, I'll have to say like somebody else will have to come out and do a better Joker movie. But if not, then I have to say that I don't know. I mean, what isn't this the like first like standalone Joker movie? Because if it's not, and there's other ones that's been done, this one is by far the better one. Whether it was like a mini series or whatever they want to call it, things like this Joker movie is by far the like better Joker movie I think I've seen. I mean, I don't know. I don't watch too many comic movies and stuff. I try to and things, but no, this is good. I like this movie. So, anyways, if y'all haven't, go watch it. Please go watch that movie. It's like if you're iffy about it and you're all like, no, like no, go watch this movie. Guaranteed you're gonna like it. Guaranteed that you are. So. Other than that, I will talk to you guys later, though. Thank you for watching. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And if you are purchasing tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss, and it will knock $20 off your first purchase. So, that being said, talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.